Coronavirus the world.
How you guys doing? Jason A. Kuhn here, giving you a Fight the Deception with Real Perception Christian News Brief for October 17th, 2013. We'll jump in here at Infowars.com, an article written by Paul Joseph Watson, Bizarre Freemason Rant on House Floor During Debt Ceiling Vote. A stenographer staged a bizarre performance on the House floor near the end of the debt ceiling vote last night, ranting about Freemasons before she was quickly dragged away by security guards. Moments before the House members passed a bill to raise the debt ceiling, a woman later identified as stenographer Diane Reedy approached the microphone as the speaker's lobby in trance-like state and began to shout, "He will not be mocked. Don't touch me. He will not be mocked," Reedy ranted, adding, "The greatest deception here is this is not one nation under God. It never was." This is only a minute long. Give this a listen. Just walking up to the mic right now. They're dragging her off right now.
You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve two masters. Praise be to God, Lord Jesus Christ.
Wow, I'll wait and see what the updates are on this video. Let's move on. We'll stick here at Infowars.com, an article written by Kurt Nimmo. Obama, ignore bloggers, activists, and radio talk show hosts demanding fiscal sanity. Following the deal to end the government non-shutdown, Obama took the podium and teleprompter to excoriate Americans opposed to the staggering bankster and Federal Reserve debt destroying the country. He specifically targeted bloggers and radio talk show hosts, including Alex Jones. All of us need to stop focusing on the lobbyists and the bloggers and the talking heads on radio and the professional activists who profit from conflict and focus on what the majority of America sent us here to do, Obama pontificated. Let's give Obama a listen here.
Now that the government is reopened and this threat to our economy is removed, all of us need to stop focusing on the lobbyists and the bloggers and the talking heads on radio and the professional activists who profit from conflict and focus on what the majority of Americans sent us here to do. And that's grow this economy, create good jobs, strengthen the middle class, educate our kids, lay the foundation for broad-based prosperity, and get our fiscal house in order for the long.
So there you go. Just listen to the government-sponsored media programs. Don't listen to alternative news. Don't listen to any other opinion, just what the state gives you. By Barack Obama's own words, let's move on. WashingtonBlog.com, Americans have lost virtually all of our constitutional rights. How many constitutional freedoms have we lost? This post explains the liberties guaranteed in the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution, and provides a scorecard on the extent of the loss of each right. This is an updated editor's note. This is an updated version of an essay we wrote in February. Unfortunately, a lot of information has come out since then. I've browsed through this article and read about half of it. It's so extensive, you're going to have to literally, I'll put the link in the YouTube description box. You're going to have to check this out for yourself. But yeah, this is a really, really great article. I'd highly suggest it. Let's move on back to Infowars.com, an article by Ben Swan. Great to see Ben Swan there at Infowars.com. Government program to control religious thought. Is the U.S. government working on a program to, well, program the way you view religion? A whistleblower has worked on that program, says yes, and he wants you to know exactly what has been going on. The first towards truth is to be informed. If I told you that the Defense Department was using taxpayer dollars to learn how to influence people with religious beliefs in order to control those beliefs, would it really surprise you? Would you think that I am a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist? Would you care if I told you that the program was aimed at controlling fundamentalist Muslims? How about fundamentalist Christians? Here is the backstory. If you want to read the rest of this article, also including a 10-minute video by Ben Swan, you go to Infowars.com. Of course, it will be linked to the YouTube description box. Let's move on to JerusalemPost.com. American-Israeli running for mayor of Pittsburgh from Israel. Wow, dual citizenship going on here, huh? Joshua Wander, a 43-year-old father of 6 who recently moved to Beit Shemesh, is running on the Republican ticket. Despite all the coverage devoted to the candidacies of Moshe Abutabol and Eli Cohen for mayor of Beit Shemesh, there is another candidate in the city who has received somewhat less press. Joshua Wander, a 43-year-old father of 6 from the Ramat Beit Shemesh section of town, is running for mayor of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on the Republican ticket. Wow. But that's ADL, AIPAC, and CUFI, Christians United for Israel, approved. Let's move on. HuffingtonPost.com. Iraq death toll reaches 500,000 since start of the U.S.-led invasion, new study says. Nearly 500,000 people have died from war-related causes in Iraq since the U.S.-led invasion in 2003, according to an academic study published in the United States on Tuesday. That toll is far higher than the nearly 115,000 violent civilian deaths reported by the British-based group Iraq Body Count, which bases its tally on media reports, hospital and ward records, and official and non-governmental accounts. The latest estimate by university researchers in the United States, Canada, and Baghdad, in cooperation with the Iraqi Ministry of Health, covers not only violent deaths but also other avoidable deaths linked to the invasion, insurgencies, and subsequent social breakdown. It also differs from some previous counts by spanning a longer period of time by using randomized surveys of households across Iraq to project a nationwide death toll from 2003 to mid-2011. There you go. Brought to you by U.S. paid tax dollars. 500,000 people dead for no reason. Let's move on here at freebeacon.com. Study food stamps' most rapidly growing welfare program. Food stamps are the most inefficient, vastly expanding social welfare program in the country, according to a new study. 47 million people participate in the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, or SNAP, commonly known as food stamps, and costs have increased over 358% since 2000. The increase in recent years cannot be attributed to the economic recession, according to Michael Tanner, a senior fellow at the Cato Institute, but lacks eligibility requirements and aggressive campaign by governments to boost their rolls. This program has expanded rapidly over the last decade in a way that is not justified by the recession that we went through, Tanner said. There is very little bang for all this increased buck. Tanner's report, SNAP Failure, the Food Stamp Program's Need Reform, finds that in 2000 the cost of food stamp program was just $17 billion. It has risen to a cost of $78 billion today. If you want to read the rest of this article, of course, go to freebeacon.com, and it will be linked to my YouTube description box. Let's move to naturalnews.com. An article written by Ethan Huff, Black Woman Targeted with Eugenics Drug, a Deadly Carcinogen Offered as a Contraceptive. It has been on the U.S. drug market since the early 1990s, and population control organizations like Planned Parenthood continue to push it heavily on black women and other ethnic minorities as a form of contraception. But the injectable contraceptive drug Depo-Provera, manufactured by Pfizer, has an extensive track record of causing serious harm to women, including its tendency to trigger the development of cancer. Most people are unaware of this and many of the other long-term side effects of Depo-Provera because eugenics groups like Planned Parenthood erroneously claim the drug is safe, effective, and convenient. But the nonprofit group Rebecca Project for Human Rights recently issued a groundbreaking report outlining the adverse effects of this insidious birth control shot, which currently bears a black box warning issued by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration back in 2004. This warning clearly states that women who receive Depo-Provera could develop significant and irreversible bone mineral density loss. For instance, the drug can also lead to blood clots in arms, legs, lungs, and eyes, and may also cause stroke, bleeding irregularities, weight gain, ectopic pregnancy, and delayed return to fertility. In some cases, women who get jabbed with Depo-Provera become permanently sterile. That's exactly what they would love to happen with the eugenics program started by Margaret Sanger called Planned Parenthood. It's my last article I got for you guys today, but I do want to give you my New World Order quote of the day, brought to you by H.G. Wells in his book titled The New World Order, written in 1940. It is the system of nationalist individualism that has to go. We are living in the end of the sovereign states, and the great struggle to evoke a westernized world socialism. Contemporary governments may vanish. Countless people will hate the New World Order and will die protesting it. It's H.G. Wells. I don't want to leave you without my proverb of the day, Proverbs 28:26, King James only. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. That's all the articles, news, quotes, and Bible verses I got for you today. You can check me out on Facebook, Jason A. Coon. You can check out also my YouTube channel, Jason A. Coon, and also have my ministry page on Facebook, Romans 12:2 Transformer Ministries. Also suggest you check out federaljack.com, infowars.com, thecorbettreport.com, dredgereport.com, scottkeisler.com. And I'll leave you guys off with the song that I brought you in on, Backlash by CR33.
My fist, come on! All the obstacles against me being free. 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 I will not embrace your new world order. I will not embrace your new world order. I will not embrace your new world order. I will not embrace your new